Hey, I'm David from Braveheart Camping, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to connect all of your electric and your cable when you go to a campsite. So everything that you need to hook up to the electric is going to be found in one of these crates here, and all those are kept down below in the back of the storage area. So we'll find the right crate that has an electric, and here it is. So here is one of the very first things that you're going to want to make sure that you connect when you go to a campsite. Okay, so this is our power surge protector. You want to make sure you're always using the power surge protector before you hook up anything electrically at a campsite. This protects any electric surges coming into the camper. It protects from if there's faulty lines at the campsite itself, and sometimes that does happen. So it's protection for you, it's protection for the camper to make sure all the electric lines stay safe and there's no issues with power that's coming into the camper itself. So this is a 30 amp power surge protector. Typically what you're going to find when you go to hook up at any campsite is you're going to find one of three different types of power sources. It's going to be 50 amp, 30 amp, or a 15 amp. Okay, this is a 30 amp. Now most campsites, if you just tell them like, hey, this is the kind of equipment that I have, I need a 30 amp hookup, they'll have it and they'll send you right to it. Okay, it's got a 3-prong on it. The way you tell the difference between the 30 and the 50 and the 15 is the prongs. The 30 has this three prongs, and they look a little wonky because one of them is, you know, kind of directed one way and one's directed the other way. And that's pretty simple to figure out. And so when you go and you hook up, the first thing you do is you plug this into your 30 amp. You make sure the power is off at the hookup at the campsite first. Then once you hook this in, then you turn the power on. The next thing you're going to look for is there's going to be these different little lights that are going to come on. Okay, so if everything is good, what you're going to see is the very first one. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's white, yellow, white, yellow. That means, in other words, it means this will be clear, this will be yellow, this will be clear, there won't be any, light, and then that'll be yellow. So then if you got that signal, your power is good and there's no issues. Now if you get anything different than that, you kind of can look at the coding to see what's going on with the power. If you see any warnings there, like you got yellow, red, and white, like these last three are yellow, red, and white, you probably want to get a different campsite or go talk to your campsite director and say, hey, I'm getting a bad signal on the electric. Okay, so if it's anything other than white, yellow, or clear, yellow, you want to make sure you talk to the campsite director, and you're probably going to have to get a different site because that means the power coming in may not be healthy for the camper. Okay, so once we get the all clear, everything looks good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to, this will be plugged in, and then we're going to want to plug something in here because you want to get the power line into the camper, right? Okay, so that's found right over here. So there's this drawer here. This is where the camper electric cord is. So we're going to open this up using this key. The silver key opens everything on the outside. And there's our electric line, and it's really, really long. Okay, we're going to feed it down through. There's a little hole right here, if you can see that. We'll open up this little cap, and then we'll feed it down through there. Okay, so it'll come up underneath here, and then once we get the line pulled out long enough, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to plug all this in, and it's pretty simple. It goes together real nice and easy. Okay, so now we've got this plugged in to the campsite. This is plugged into our power surge protector, and we're ready to go camping. And we got power coming into the camper. Mama can start cooking some vittles. Woo-wee! That'll be fun. Hey, this is Dave from Braveheart Camping. Have fun.